What's up, everybody? Eric here with another EWE review. Today I'm reviewing Ricky Stanicky. Before we get into that, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you want me to review next. But yeah, guys, this is Ricky Stanicky. This is an Amazon Prime film that came out on March 7th, 2023. This is a comedy film. It is rated R, so yeah, not for kids. And it had a budget of $49.7 million, and that seems high to me for a comedy film that's going on Prime, but I mean, do whatever you want with your money. When you're Amazon, you can do whatever you want. I mean, see the rockets that Jeff Bezos built. I would have never built that rocket. Okay, and since this was on Prime, it does not have a box office that I can share with you guys. So the director for this film is Peter Farrelly. The cast includes... Wait, I can't see who this person is. I think his name is John Cena, Zac Efron, Jermaine Fowler, Andrew Santino, Lex Scott Davis, William H. Macy, and Jeff Ross. And the runtime for this is 114 minutes, and I watched this on Prime, guys. Now, the basic plot of this film, and it's a ridiculous plot to begin with. So there's these three friends that they end up creating a fake friend that they'd use to like blame for stuff. So his name is Ricky Stanicky. He's the best friend that they never had. Well, where the plot of the film is that they eventually get themselves in a situation where someone is calling them out saying that Ricky isn't real. So then they hire an actor, John Cena, to play Ricky Stanicky in stuff and like come in and do this stuff. And the shenanigans they get into are wild. I'll give him that. But yeah, guys, like I said, this is a spoiler-free review. That plot I just said is straight from the trailer, so don't think like that's me ruining the movie. That's the basic plot. It's not a deep movie, guys. This is a very thin, thought-out movie. So let me move on to my... Oh, and I think I forgot to mention this, or did I mention it? The runtime is 114 minutes. That's going to be one of my first thoughts. So let's now move into my thoughts on the film. And actually, I'll start off with the good. John Cena... Wow, this movie, he showed his range in this movie. He did a real good job when he had to be serious, when he had to be funny, when he was going through stuff. He carried this entire movie. If I would say, hey, why should you watch this movie? It's just for John Cena's performance. It's just like, wow, he actually did a really good job. And I'm like, this is Cena doing his best. I'm very impressed. I'll give him that. Like, John Cena really did a good job. And the idea of Ricky Stanicky, the whole he's not a real person, but everything that they do to like make sure like they keep everything on the wrap since they were kids with Ricky Stanicky, it's pretty incredible. It's like, oh, you guys really thought up a lot of the stuff. It's like, that's pretty cool. And the cast does do a good enough job of keeping you invested. Not that they do a great job, but they do a good enough job where you're like, okay, they're able to take what Cena does and they're going along with it. I wouldn't say that they're like, oh wow, they're super good at what they're doing, but they keep you invested enough. Trying to think if there's other positive things to say. Just the outfits that Cena wears too are just like, why? Like if you've seen the trailer, you're just like, what? And he also has like this montage moment in this. I'm just saying, Cena is really fun in this movie. He carries it. So let's move on now to the bad. So I said this is a comedy film. Why is a comedy film 114 minutes? That's way too long. Like, when I was thinking about this movie's longer than Kung Fu Panda 4. There's no reason it should be longer than Kung Fu Panda 4. Even Kung Fu Panda 4 seemed like it was trying to figure out how to make itself longer. Somehow this movie just was way too long. For that aspect, I'm just like, the plot needed to be way more substance in order to be that long, and it just wasn't there. And there was a John Cena side story in the film that once you watch, I think you're going to be very disappointed. And the plot was just, like I said, it's a very thin plot. There's not really much to it other than Cena carrying it. I was kind of surprised because I like Andrew Santino, and it felt like they didn't give him, like, they kind of made me not like the character he was doing, but I was like, this is a cool actor. Why are they, like, doing that stuff with him? And I get what they were trying to go for, like, of the group dynamic. I just didn't like that they did that to him. It was one of those things like, why couldn't you bring in another friend and make Ricky the fifth friend or something like that? That way he could have had some other stuff to do. And the ending is sweet, but it's very, 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 look at me, very dumb. It made me feel like they thought that the audience was stupid at the end. And I was just like, come on, guys. you're doing a good job with some stuff, but then this ending is just like, oh no. And yeah, I'm trying to think of other stuff. Like, it just, there's not enough to it to make it too enjoyable other than Cena. Let me talk about something that's not good nor bad, but it's weird because like they put Efron in the front of like all of this, and I felt at times like he was kind of a side character at times, and it was weird. It was like, I thought you were supposed to be the main guy other than John Cena, but at times he felt like he was a side character in his own story. At the end, yeah, they gave it to him, but it felt like for a good 2/3 of the movie, to me, he felt like a side character, and it was really weird to me. The last third of the movie, I would say he's like definitely like the protagonist, but it takes a while to get there, in my opinion. At least the way I was seeing the movie. I'm not sure if everyone would agree with that. And yeah, like the movie's too long. That's definitely a problem. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can think of. Not really. I don't want to make this review that much longer. So the main thing I'd say is, like, from a critical hat, I'm just like, so here's what I'll say. I enjoyed the movie. So I'm going to conclusions. I enjoyed the movie, weirdly enough. I didn't think it was great. I didn't even think the movie was good, but I was enjoying it. So this is one of those few films. So let me give you my score. I'm giving this a 5 out of 10 for mediocre, because I honestly thought it was a mediocre film. However, this was actually a movie I had fun watching. I was laughing at the jokes. It felt like the comedy was geared towards me, even though it was very dumb, immature comedy. I felt like it was geared towards me, but I didn't think the movie was good at all. I'm not sure if I'd go down to say it's a bad film, but I think for me, what's keeping it out of bad is just that John Cena made it enjoyable for what he did. So I'm like, if it wasn't for John Cena, this would probably be like a 4 or a 3, but Cena, to me, at least brought it up to a 5. That's my main thought. So for those wondering if I would recommend this, and it's like, it's a tough one. If you like Cena in other movies, I would say yeah. If you're not a fan of any of John Cena's work, no, stay away from this film. He's the only good thing about this film, so if you don't like him, I don't think you're gonna like the rest of the film. It's very thin plot that even at the end, you're just like, oh, like, that's really how you're gonna end this film? Okay. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on this film. The next review I'm gonna do is gonna be for Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix. That one I am gonna do 2 reviews. I'm gonna do a spoiler-free review, and I'm gonna do a spoiler review. Main reason for that is because I need to talk about the show with spoilers, and that video could turn into a 30-minute video. I try not to do those, but that might be a 30-minute video. But yeah, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.